This is my Springboard project, so that has been developed. So this design of an e-commerce site where a user to product entity relationship has been made. So I have there's two entity. One is user. So let me show you the code here. Say so we have a user entity here. You see, and we have a many relationship with their product table, product entity, and there are one more entity, and I have used this for use storing the JSON Web Token for my project. So this has relationship with the one-to-one with the user entity. So yeah, let's see. Oh, let's first see the API calls that I have made. So for security, I have used here the JSON Web Token security. So this is the API for product list, and this is just a basic route. We have the get API for all of the product list, and there is a API for adding a product, and there is an API to delete the product. There is a API for the update and for patch and for a single product get, and there is API for logging in the user, and you can log in or register as a user or admin. So there is two roles in my projects, and there is the option for user logout when the user logs out the system, the token just got blacklisted there. And if the JSON Web Token gets expired, so we can get a new refresh token, new access token by giving the new refresh token of the user, so of the particular user. So let's just have a look at the API. So what have I done here? Okay, so this is my product list. So if you hit this API, then you will see the product list here. There are a lot of phones. I mean ID names. So the ID has been auto generated, and the name is given vendor. So and there is price for different phones. So you can see that there are a lot of vendors. iPhone vendors is iPhone. For this phone vendor is Asus. For this phone the vendor is Samsung here. So if there may be thousands of products in the list. So how do you filter out that? So I have used a request parameter so that you can just filter out the products out of the list. So if you give Asus here, then you can see that there are products whose name is which the vendor name is Asus. For the product Samsung, you can see the products of the Samsung list, and for the iPhone you can see the iPhone products only. So you can just filter out the products by their vendor names. So okay, so yeah, so products add. So if you want to add a new products, let's say then the phone name is, let's say, Realme 13. Okay, let's say, and the vendor name is for this phone is the Realme, and the price of this phone is going to be 30,000. And if you want to add this, so see that there is no logged in user yet in the system. So if I want to add a new product here, so you will see a 403 forbidden status code. So to add that, you should be a user logged in with a role of admin. So yeah, so let me see the all user list. So I have a user here whose email is jahed@gmail.com. So I'm going to log in through the email and password. So if I log in the system, log in as Jahed, so as he is the admin, so he can only update, delete, and add the product in the product list. So yeah, so if he logs in the system, so I got the access token, and I just binded it together, access token and refresh token, in a single cookie, and I have put this cookie in here. So we got the access token and refresh token here, so I don't have to put the token in manually in the bearer token field, so which is here. So now he can automatically add the product in the system. So yeah, so if we see, so there is a product named Realme 13 has been added in the system whose ID is 81. So if I want to see the product here, this has been added in the list. So okay, oh, let's remove the vendor annotation from here. See, at the last the product has been added. So if I want to get the product by the ID, so I just have to put the ID here 81, and I can see that there is a product named 81. And if I want to update the product, so I just have to put the here and give the ID here and remove there is no work of this. So if I just want to update, so let's just see first what happens if I remove these two fields. So you see you can't just add the product because I have added validation for the product. You can see that there is a vendor validation for the vendor, that this must not be blank, this must not be, the price should be between this and a lot of, and if you, as it is, and if you want to update the price of this product, let's say the product price has been increased to 35,000 and increased, and see the 35,000, let's see the product, the price has been updated or not. So yeah, booyah. So yeah, the price of the product has been updated 35,000. So if I want to update only the price, so I can do that by through the patch request. So if I want to update the price 45,000, only the price, okay, it is saying that the product isn't found because there is no product with name 80. So yeah, the price has been updated. Let's see, the price has been updated on a 45,000. Nice. So, and I want to remove the product from here in the list. So to do that, you just have to do this. The product has been deleted from the system, product list. So you can see that the product doesn't exist anymore. And if I want to find the product from here, say product not found. Okay, so let's just see now. Let's say, so I have a users product list. So if I go to my code, you can see that there is a the user entity. I am adding a product list, which is a list of products. So the user can log in and see the product list and wish list the product according to their choice, and this can be added in the list. So let's see first Jahat's product list at first, if there is any product existing or not. So let's see, there is two product existing in his system, 54 and 30 in his wish list, ID 54 and ID 30. So if I want to delete these two products, so from the Jahat's product list, okay, so his ID is 21 here, and so what were the product in his list, 30 and 54. So if I want to delete these two products, 30 and 54, just delete 30 at first. 30 got deleted from the wish list, 54 got deleted from the wish list. Okay, this is accepted. Now see this product list. Okay, the wish list is been empty right now. So if I want to go to the product list, so let's say he just want to buy these two wish list two these two products, ID 27 and 28. Just go in his list and just buy this 27 and 28. So give the ID 27, he wish listed it, and 28 he just wishlisted it. So now he has two products in his list, 27 and 28. So what happens if I want to put a product, so the user has been logged in the system, in this client right now is the Jahaz. So if I want to add a product in 76 ID, so let's do that. So if I do that 78, and you the user will say you are not authorized for this operation because we have a JSON Web Token of Jahaz. So you can't add wishlist a product in the user list of 78 because you are not authorized in the system and you are not logged in. So we have a validation checking in the system where you can go here, user controller, when user add product with ID. If you want, if you see here product added by ID in the system, and you will see that there is a validation has been done, and I'm checking here that if the user in the URL ID is the one who is authenticated in the security context holder. So I'm just matching the validation here and then adding the product in the system. So let's go to Postman again, and yeah, so this was his product list, and uh, you can get the single user with ID just as like the product list, and then there is a, you can update the user list just like product, and you can delete a user from the system, and this can be done by the user. So yeah, if you want to get a new access token from the system. So let's say, so I have a new refresh token here. Let's just say his access token got expired. So if I keep the access token here, and then the system will provide me a new access token for the user ID Jahed. So yeah, I can do the work again. And if Jahed wants to log out from the system, see, and if he wants to add a product in the system, then it will say that the token is blacklisted. He's not allowed to do anything anymore. Okay, so if any user comes in and want to log in, let's say Java comes in and Java wants to, okay, now he's got logged in. So this was my Spring Boot project for this one. So let me take you take it through my code a bit. So I have designed this. So in the product folder we have controllers. So there are controller codes. We have DAO. So what I'm doing, the request first coming to the controller in here, and then from here I'm going to the service layer, which is this service layer, and from service layer I am calling the DAO layer, and from DAO layer I am doing the all communication with database. So yeah, this is it, and my security configuration has been done here. This is my security configuration. It's been done. I have a permission role based. I have used role based permission in the system, and I have done Hibernate configuration here. So I have used Hibernate no data JPA. So yeah, this was it, and all transaction all method has been annotated with transactional in the DAO layers. So let me go through the DAO layer. No, in the service layer, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, I have given transaction in every notation because the work in one service layer should be fall in one transactional. So yeah, this was it. And yeah, thanks for watching.